You know that feeling.
Yeah.
Completely drained, maybe stressed out, and there's that voice in your head just screaming, I just need to get this done.
Oh, absolutely. We've all been there.
That relentless grind, it feels like the only way, doesn't it? The only way to succeed. But what if, and this is what we're exploring today, what if that approach is actually, well, holding you back?
Holding you back from feeling better, definitely. And maybe even from being more productive.
Exactly. And from, truly living a richer life.
It's such a common issue now, isn't it, in this hyper-connected world we live in? You see it everywhere. Students with those glazed eyes, knowledge workers dealing with that creeping burnout we hear so much about.
Right.
And this constant pressure. It leads to real things: persistent fatigue, trouble concentrating, irritability, sometimes even physical symptoms.
And the common wisdom is just push harder.
Yeah.
More hours equals more output.
That's the assumption. But the science tells a really different story. A quite surprising one, actually.
Yes. And that's exactly our mission for this deep dive. We're getting into the kind of surprising truth that stepping away from work, from your tasks, isn't some kind of luxury.
Not at all.
It's actually the ultimate shortcut, a way to recharge your brain, boost your well-being, and unlock levels of productivity you might not expect.
Think of breaks not as something you earn after the work is done, but as essential fuel.
Essential fuel.
Yeah.
I like that. For your mind, your body, your spirit. Okay, let's unpack this. Where do we start?
Well, let's start with the brain itself, because it's fascinating how it works. Your brain, it's a bit like a muscle in that it experiences fatigue.
Okay.
Consider something called the reticular activating system, the RAS. Think of it as your brain's main filter for all the sensory stuff constantly coming at us.
The filter.
Yeah. And if a task or maybe the content you're dealing with gets too mundane, too repetitive, your RAS can actually start blocking that information.
Blocking it from what?
From reaching your prefrontal cortex. Now, that's the crucial part, right? That's where your critical thinking happens, memory functions.
Okay. So if I'm reading a really dense report and I'm already tired.
Exactly. Your eyes may be moving across the page, but is anything actually sticking? Probably not.
Right. Nothing goes in.
That's your RAS essentially saying, nope, signal's breaking up here. You disengage, you might as well not even be looking at it.
Wow. So our brains literally just tune out when we do the same thing for too long. That makes so much sense. You see students getting fidgety or just completely checked out.
It's not just boredom or laziness, it's physiological.
Okay, but what about when we really try to push through, that feeling of intense pressure? I have to stay disciplined. Does willpower just override this tuning out? Or is something else happening?
Well, that's where we bump into this concept called ego depletion.
Ego depletion. Sounds serious.
Well, think of your self-control, your willpower, like a battery. It has a limited charge.
Okay.
Every single time you force yourself to stay focused or regulate your emotions, maybe ignore a tempting distraction.
Which is constant.
Right. You're using up those limited regulatory resources. You're draining that willpower fuel. And continuous time on a task, it triggers strain, stress, negative moods, and that actively drains these mental and emotional reserves.
You literally run out of juice.
You literally run out of juice. And when those resources are depleted, it gets much, much harder to stay attentive, to solve problems, basically to function effectively. You just hit a wall.
Okay, so given these brain limits and this ego depletion idea, the key finding here, what we call the refueling principle, it really turns our usual approach to work on its head, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. The research is pretty overwhelming on this. Performance actually increases after breaks, and that includes breaks of all lengths.
Even really short ones.
Even micro breaks. We're talking as short as 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So that time you might think is a luxury, something you can't afford. It's not a frill.
It's the fuel.
It's the vital fuel for energy, creativity, focus, all of it.
That smartphone analogy you mentioned earlier really nails it. We wouldn't expect our phone to run forever without plugging it in. Why do we expect that from ourselves, from our brains?
Exactly. And research suggests mental fatigue can really start to set in after just maybe 90 minutes of continuous effort.
90 minutes. That's not very long.
Not at all. And this isn't just about the big breaks like weekends or vacations. Those are vital too, of course. But we're talking about something smaller, more frequent, a micro-revolution, perhaps?
A micro-revolution.
Yeah.
I like it. So define that for us. What exactly is a micro-break?
Okay, so micro-breaks are basically just short pauses. They can last anywhere from a few seconds up to several minutes. And you take them throughout your workday.
Okay.
The key purpose is to proactively address those immediate needs, physical, mental, emotional, before the boredom or the exhaustion really takes hold. It's about prevention.
Prevention, not just cure.
Yeah.
And the science behind why they work, you mentioned it's compelling.
It really is. These tiny pauses, they help relieve cognitive stress, boredom, frustration. They literally help reset your attention, your focus, your motivation, even the joy of learning, if that's relevant.
Yeah.
There's even some research suggesting that just hearing the word break can trigger a little dopamine release in the brain.
No way, just hearing the word.
Yeah, kind of refreshing your curiosity and making you more receptive. It's like hitting a mini reset button. Plus, these pauses help information move into your working memory and can even strengthen neural connections over time.
Okay, so these tiny breaks pack a punch. What are some of the really tangible benefits we can expect?
Okay, first up, a big one. Mental well-being. Taking regular micro breaks gives you these little moments of relaxation, of decompression.
We could all use more of that.
Absolutely. It helps combat stress, mental fatigue, and that in turn improves your mood and makes you more resilient to whatever the day throws at you. They just provide essential breathing room.
And it's not just about feeling better, right? It's
Right.
about actually doing better work, too.
Exactly. Micro breaks lead to increased productivity and creativity. Think about it. When that mental fog rolls in or you start feeling physically tired, what happens?
Concentration goes, memory gets fuzzy, you slow down.
Precisely. Efficiency drops. Micro breaks reset your brain's focus. They allow you to come back to tasks with renewed energy and attention, and interestingly, they can also stimulate creativity.
How so?
By allowing for subconscious processing. You step away, your conscious mind rests, but your subconscious keeps working on problems. That's often where those aha moments come from, those innovative solutions.
The shower thoughts. But during the workday?
Kind of. And don't forget the physical health benefits. So many of us have sedentary jobs, and sitting for hours on end is, frankly, terrible for us.
Yeah, we hear that a lot.
Micro breaks encourage movement, even just standing up and stretching every half hour, or taking a quick 5-minute walk every hour. These simple things improve circulation, help your muscles, and genuinely reduce the risk of chronic health conditions.
Okay, mental well-being, productivity, physical health. Yep.
What else? Well, crucially, these small pauses contribute to increased job satisfaction and burnout prevention.
Burnout, the big one.
Exactly. When you integrate micro breaks, you tend to feel more in control of your day. That sense of autonomy boosts job satisfaction. And by giving you regular chances to rest and recharge, they actively help prevent burnout. They preserve your long-term health and motivation.
It's so important to remember burnout isn't a weakness.
Not at all. It's a signal, a clear signal that your workload and your recovery are out of whack.
Okay, so the benefits are clear. How do we actually make these happen? How do we weave these micro breaks into a busy day?
Well, the good news is it's flexible. There's no single magic formula, no perfect length or frequency.
So experiment.
Yes, experiment. Maybe try a 10-minute break once an hour. Or maybe shorter, like 2 3-minute breaks a few times every hour. See what feels right for you and your workflow. The absolute key thing, though,
What's that?
you have to truly step away from your work. Focus on something else.
Right, so if your work is on a computer screen.
Don't just switch to scrolling social media on your phone.
Guilty.
Yeah. Give your eyes and your brain a genuine break from screens, if possible. Setting a timer can be a really useful nudge.
A reminder, yeah.
And here's a really crucial point from the research. Taking breaks to do something you actually like, something you enjoy, that's strongly linked to better health outcomes, higher job satisfaction, and lower burnout rates.
So make the break enjoyable. Don't just, stare at the wall.
Exactly. Make it something you look forward to. And this is where methods like, say, the Pomodoro technique can be helpful.
Yes, the tomato timer. Explain that quickly.
Right. Its structures work into focused bursts, usually 25 minutes. They call these Pomodoros.
Okay.
And each Pomodoro is followed by a short, maybe 5-minute break. Then after about 4 of those cycles, you take a longer, more restorative break, like 15 to 30 minutes.
So it builds breaks right into the structure.
Exactly. It helps you break down big projects, manage smaller tasks, and crucially, it forces you to take those pauses. A key rule is once you set that 25-minute timer, you don't check email, you don't check texts, you focus.
It helps fight distractions.
It trains your brain to resist those self-inflicted distractions that can derail us for way longer than we think. It almost gamifies productivity, makes it easier to start because it's just 25 minutes.
Okay, so we have the why and the how. Let's
Okay.
get practical. What are some actual micro break ideas people can try, like today?
Okay, great. First one, the 60-second brain hack. Move your body. Even simple movement helps release tension.
Like what?
Simple stretches at your desk. There are great short routines online like Mel Ma's standing desk moves, or just walk around the office or your house. Even a very short walk can boost creativity.
Okay, move the body. What else?
Change your environment. If you can, step outside for a minute. Even just walking to a different room or looking out a different window helps.
Why does that work?
That shift in scenery helps your brain rest and switch gears. No visual input can be really refreshing.
Simple but effective. Got it.
Then there's mindfulness. And it doesn't have to be long or complicated. A quick, deep breathing exercise.
Like the 1-minute reset you mentioned.
Exactly. Like Chibs Okereke's 1-minute reset. Or a super short meditation. Just a minute can reset your focus and dial down stress.
Okay, easy to fit in.
And also, get inspired. Listen to a song you love, a short bit of a podcast or an audiobook that interests you.
Something unrelated to work.
Totally unrelated. Chat with a colleague or friend about something non-work. Enjoy a new snack mindfully. The goal is just to engage your mind with something pleasant and different.
Makes sense. Anything else?
Yes, one more: active daydreaming, or maybe just call it creative wandering.
Active daydreaming.
Yeah. If your work is very logical or analytical, try activating the other side of your brain. Doodle. Draw something simple. Write a few lines of something totally unrelated to work. Don't worry about quality.
Just let the mind wander.
Exactly. Allowing your mind to just wander to daydream actually has proven benefits. It lowers stress, boosts feelings of fulfillment, and, surprisingly, can improve productivity later by letting your mind connect ideas in new ways.
Okay, so lots of quick options for during the day. But what about the end of the day? That feeling, and I know I feel this, of just complete exhaustion after a long day at a desk.
Oh, yeah?
You get home, and even basic stuff like taking care of yourself feels like a huge effort.
Yeah.
Honestly, sometimes just the thought of taking a shower feels overwhelming.
That is so common. And this is where building a deliberate transition routine becomes really, really important.
Transition routine.
Yeah. Take showering, for instance. Try reframing it. Don't think of it as another chore on the list. Think of it as a crucial part of your recharge.
Like a ritual.
Exactly. A gift you give yourself. A way to literally wash away the day's stresses and consciously shift into home mode. You can even make it feel luxurious. Use nice-smelling soap, dim the lights, put on music.
Turn a burden into self-care. I like that.
It's a mindset shift. And it's not just showering. Think about physical activity right after work.
Yeah.
Sounds counterintuitive when you're tired, I know.
Right, the last thing you feel like doing.
But sedentary work can make you feel more tired, paradoxically. Engaging in something active, gym, yoga, just walking the dog immediately after finishing work can be an amazing brain reset. It infuses you with a different kind of energy. Some people even swear by a quick, 5-minute cold shower.
Ooh, brave. Maybe I'll stick to the walk.
Another great strategy is creating a buffer zone.
A buffer zone between work and home.
Yes. Don't just go straight home if you can help it. Stop somewhere else first. Maybe a park bench for 10 minutes, a quick coffee somewhere different. Even just sitting in your car outside your house for a few minutes before going in.
What does that do?
It creates a physical and mental separation. It helps you consciously leave work at work, gain a bit of perspective before you walk through your front door and switch into home life.
That makes a lot of sense. Little rituals, little separations.
And think about practical time savers too, like meal prepping on Sunday. If dinner is mostly sorted, that's one less chore, draining your evening energy, freeing up time for actual leisure.
Good point. Takes the pressure off.
And don't underestimate the power nap. A short 20 to 30-minute nap can provide significant recovery if you feel depleted.
The power nap. Okay.
But ultimately, a huge part of managing this post-work exhaustion is, again, a mindset shift. So much of the stress we carry is self-imposed, isn't it?
Probably, yeah. We worry, we replay things.
Learning to consciously let go of that stress, to focus on what truly matters right now, is just as crucial as finding specific activities to recharge. It's about prioritizing your own needs and recognizing it's okay to struggle with self-care sometimes. It's not weakness.
It's a signal.
It's a signal to listen to your body and mind.
Okay, so we've covered micro breaks during the day, transition rituals after work. But there's another layer to this, isn't there? Something bigger impacting our ability to switch off. The whole digital connection thing.
Oh, absolutely. The digital detox. It's a major factor.
Yeah.
In our world, this constant connectivity, the widespread use of devices, it leads to what experts call digital overload.
Digital overload.
Yeah. And it results in very real things. Heightened stress, more anxiety, shorter attention spans. There's even a term for it, technostress.
Technostress. Wow.
Where this continuous digital engagement just fragments our ability to think deeply, to focus.
And this isn't just a feeling, right? There's research on that.
Oh, yes. Compelling research. There was one study with 150 people. They were asked to abstain from all non-essential digital media for just 1 week.
Just 1 week. What happened?
The results were pretty striking. First, participants showed a really significant decrease in anxiety levels. Their average scores on a standard anxiety scale dropped quite a bit, over 3 points.
It's a big drop in just 7 days.
It really is. People reported feeling more present, more at peace.
Wow. What else?
Sleep quality also improved significantly. Their scores on a sleep quality index dropped, again, quite substantially. Likely because of less screen time before bed, less exposure to that blue light that messes with our sleep cycles.
Okay, less anxiety, better sleep. Anything else?
Yes, enhanced focus and cognitive function. The study measured things like reaction times, and they got faster.
So their brains were literally working better.
Seemed like it. Participants themselves reported fewer distractions, feeling more able to concentrate on tasks, so it hit anxiety, sleep, and cognitive sharpness.
That's incredible, just from a 1 week break from non-essential stuff.
And beyond those numbers, people talked about other benefits, feeling more mindful, having more profound social interactions face-to-face, stronger connections with family and friends, a greater sense of calm.
Just more present in their actual lives.
Exactly. And they found they suddenly had more time for hobbies, for just thinking, for self-contemplation.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
But did it last? Or did everyone just jump back online after the week was up?
That's the really interesting part. 1 month after the detox ended, researchers followed up. And get this, 65%, a clear majority, had maintained reduced levels of digital media use compared to before the study.
Wow. So it wasn't just a temporary blip.
No. And crucially, those improvements in mental well-being and sleep quality, they persisted. They were still statistically significant compared to where people started. Many had actually developed new habits, like setting specific times to check email or social media rather than being constantly reactive.
So that week off gave them the space to build healthier boundaries long term.
It seems so. It really highlights what a powerful intervention this can be. It's a personal call to action, really, for all of us listening. Maybe consider trying a digital detox, even a short one.
Doesn't have to be forever.
Not at all. But it can be such a practical, powerful tool for modern mental health care. It's not about ditching technology, but about using it intentionally, recognizing that we need that psychological detachment to truly recover and be our best selves.
Okay, wow. We've covered a lot of ground today. From the brain science showing why breaks are, well, non-negotiable,
Right, they're not optional.
to the subtle power of those tiny micro pauses throughout the day, the importance of transition rituals, and now this transformative potential of a digital detox.
And the common thread through all of it seems pretty clear, doesn't it?
What would you say it is?
That breaks aren't really about stopping. They're about refueling. Refueling your brain, boosting your productivity, yes, but also significantly reducing stress and just enhancing your overall quality of life.
Your capacity for doing good work, for thinking deeply, for actually enjoying your life. It seems like it's directly tied to allowing yourself that intentional recovery, that psychological detachment.
It really is. It's all about working smarter, not just constantly pushing harder.
So here's a final thought for everyone listening. In this world that just constantly screams at us, do more, stay connected 24/7, push through the pain.
Okay.
What if the most productive thing, the most creative, maybe even the most fulfilling thing you could do today
What if it's just,
is to simply step away, even for just a moment?
yeah.
So the question is, what single small break will you commit to taking today? How will you intentionally invest in your own fuel tank, mental, physical, spiritual?
That's the challenge. We really hope this deep dive has encouraged you to prioritize those pauses, to see them not as lost time, but as essential investments. Embrace the power of the purposeful break.
Until next time, keep diving deep and living well.